Oh, I hear that theme song. It must mean it's time for Larry's Country Diner. We welcome you. Y'all having a good time yet?
Yeah. Woo!
This is so quiet. I can't believe it. Let's give it up for the man who put the dine in diner. It's Larry.
I love it. I love it. Billy Yates, last time you were here, we got a picture of you.
Oh, boy.
And Renee put it in our promise book.
And she owes you some money.
Yes, she does. No.
You were here on January, February, March, April, May, June. I have to do that. June the 3rd, 2013.
Oh,
This
wow.
has been a long time.
That's when you were here.
Yeah.
And the promise we read that day was Romans 15:13. Now the God of hope with you all with joy and peace believing. What? Oh, will you? What?
With you.
Now the God of hope. With you all.
That's not with.
Bad enough we have to explain the jokes. Now we got to explain the promise to him.
Now the God of hope.
Will be with you.
It's your book.
Hey, somebody look up Romans 15:13.
Ain't nobody in this group got a Bible. Somebody's got an app on their,
Yeah, she's
on
got
their
she's got a smartphone there.
Romans 15:13. And we'll get back to you if this is wrong. Now the God of hope will probably be with all with. We don't
there
get to
you
do
go.
a promise.
One with us.
Give me this. Give me this. I'll do a real promise.
The old-fashioned way.
The King James.
Yes. The word of the Lord endureth forever. 1 Peter 1:25.
Surely
That's a
you
good
understand that, don't you?
That's a good one.
Don't call you Shirley.
We need to check that book there.
I guess so.
Oh, hey, she's got it right here.
Yes, ma'am.
What does it say? Here it is. It says, may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit.
Fill. May the God of hope fill you with
Instead of will. Somebody had a typo in this book, Larry.
will
Typo in the
fill.
book.
See the things you learn when we're doing a live TV
You
show?
can forget about the New York Times bestseller list with that kind of mistake.
Oh, man. That's funny. That's not.
See what you've gotten yourself into. Drugged Michael in there.
All right. We give you an opportunity now to give us a number between 1 and 320.
212.
212.
212. Going one.
Don't want your love anymore.
Phil and Don.
All right, Michael, give us a number.
12.
12.
Number 12.
Found my thrill
On Blueberry Hill.
Michelle, give me a number.
23.
23.
23.
That was Tennessee Ernie Ford, wasn't
Yeah,
It was, yes.
it was.
it? Jimmy, give me a number.
31.
31.
Strangers in the night.
That's a man with class right there.
Tell you what, we have Billy Yates and we have Michael Peterson with us today.
Yes, sir.
Billy Yates.
Glad to have him.
Billy's been with us before. We tried to get Michael and his schedule didn't allow it at that time. But you guys are both together now in Branson, and you got a couple of blondes with you.
Yes, we do.
Shapely.
Nice figures
curves.
on these blondes.
Is that on purpose?
No, it was just, in fact, I walked in the dressing room and into his dressing room, it was like,
He said, "Oh, we got
blonde twins. With Yeah, so Branson's, we're having a great time there. We're doing this show called Raiding the Country Vault. And Michael knows way more about it than I do, but it's a lot of fun.
Well, I know that it stars the incredible Billy Yates and an all-star cast. You go see a lot of tribute shows. You hear great music being played, but when you hear the greatest songs of country music played by an all-star cast, it's a different experience.
Right.
It'd be like going to the Opry.
Yeah.
Now, you two guys have had records and had hits, and both of you are writers. Billy might be better known for his writing.
Yeah.
Unless you're an overseas person.
Unless you're in Europe, maybe.
Yeah.
They probably know me more.
Michael, is your career primarily writing in the States, or?
You know, my career as an artist probably has been more well-known than for me as a writer, although I've had cuts by Hall of Famers and Grammy winners in gospel, pop, Latin, rock, and R&B, and country.
Great song.
I've had a real wide variety of cuts.
How did you both wind up together in this vault?
Yeah. Well, when the producer asked me to help put together the cast, I knew there was two things that I was looking for. Number one, I wanted to hang out with people that you'd love to have to dinner every night that you would enjoy being with. And Billy Yates is that kind of guy. He's that kind of great reputation and a solid human being. And then secondly, somebody who had extraordinary talent and had a track record of great success. And you can hardly really do better than Billy Yates.
You can't have everything.
Yeah, right.
Can't have it all.
Now, it's not just the two of you, though, right?
No, there's also our front singers are myself, Billy, Michelle Poe. Michelle has had record deals around town and probably best known as Hank Williams Jr.'s bass player. She's been out with Hank Jr. for 9-10 years now. And then Keith Horn. Keith was in a band called Hot Apple Pie. They had some top 40 hits in the early 2000s. But Keith, for years, was on the road as musical director with Trisha Yearwood, Waylon Jennings, an all-star career. And then last but not least, Melody Hart. Melody is really, we call her Branson's sweetheart. She's got her own TV show in about 12 different states. She's been our fiddle player all last year, but this year we said she's too good of a singer for us to not add.
Not use her that. All right, now you guys, do you do duets or do you do solos there?
We really, it's a variety of things, depending on the song. And so we'll have some ensemble pieces, we'll have some duets, some solos that go through the show, but really we start with Johnny Cash and we end up, really, for all intents and purposes, with Garth Brooks. And it's the greatest hits from really the 50s through the 90s, the most iconic songs of country music.
What do you have for us today?
Well, I think Billy's going to play one that was actually in the show. A funny story. One of our cast members was talking about the set list last year, right when we were doing our rehearsals. And she talked about how much she loved that song, Rockin' Chair. She didn't know Billy had written it. They're all sitting at dinner. She's looking at him and he says, well, you know, I wrote that. And she didn't believe me. And it was a very, very funny moment. But Billy didn't, you know, we didn't put Billy's song in the show because Billy was in the show. It was just honestly picked as one of the most iconic
the show was really written. The show was really written
so.
Before I even came into the show. So the songs were kind of there more
they were
or less.
picked,
and so they were right there, and so it just sort of worked out that way. So this is a song that I did write back in '92, and remember '92?
Yep.
Right. And this was a '93 CMA Vocal Event of the Year, recorded by our friend
George Jones.
Goes like this.
I don't need no rocking chair. The old Geritone of your Medicare. Well, I've still got neon in my veins. This gray hair don't mean a thing. I do my rocking on the stage. You can't put the possum in a cage. My body's old, but it ain't impaired. I don't need no rocking chair. Well, I ain't ready for the junkyard yet. I still feel like a new Corvette.
Anybody else feel like a new Corvette out there?
Might take a little longer, but I'll get there. I don't need no rocking chair. I don't need no rocking chair. You're a Geritone or your Medicare. Well, I've still got neon in my veins. Lordy, this gray hair don't mean a thing. I do my rocking on the stage. You can't put the possum in a cage. My body's old, but it ain't impaired. rocking chair. Retirement don't fit in my plans. You can keep your seats, we're gonna stand. Yeah. An Eskimo needs a Frigidaire, like I need your rocking chair. I don't need no rocking chair. Your Geritol or your Medicare. Well, I've still got neon in my vein. Hey, this gray hair don't mean a thing. I do my rocking on the stage. You can't put the possum in a cage. My body's old, but it ain't impaired. I don't need no rocking chair. Well, my body's old, but it ain't impaired. I don't need no rocking chair.
Yeah! All right.
Jimmy Gap. Yeah, we don't need no rocking chair.
See this guy sitting over there?
Yes.
Max Davis?
Oh, my goodness.
He, from Possum Hollow Garage, he built all of the trucks that George had.
Is that right?
Yeah.
George moved me to Tennessee.
Well, he kind of moved me here, too. More or less.
It's kind of hard for me to sit here and listen to that song.
Well, I'm sorry. I know for a different reason. You know, Keith and I have shared a lot of great George stories too, because he was a dear friend to all of us, and so I know you found.
Well, he gave you voice lessons, didn't he?
He'd come out to the shop and I'd be making something, and I make furniture out of old cars, and I was making had a '57 Chevy I was making a mini bar out of, and it played music, so he started it was playing it was like some old '50s music. And he started singing, and I was like, hey, George, I'm trying to get into this music thing. I said, give me some pointers. So he was singing, George Jones is singing, right there with nobody else around. So he told me, he said, you start singing. I started singing. He said, no, son. He said, I remember, I'll never forget, he said, you got to bring it up from the bottom. I never was able to bring it up. So, but one more thing is, when we go up to work up at his place on the vehicles, when he would rehearse, and they had a stage in the shop. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
And what's weird is he would do that song, and I didn't even know who he was till today. And he used to talk about you. I said, George, I like that song. Well, I was old Billy Yates. He used to, so.
He was always so nice and so good to me. Every time he would do a record, he would always have me come down and play him some songs, and we met. The Rockin' Chair was the very first song he recorded. He recorded 6 of my songs, and that was the first one. And so a great friendship started there. My wife and I, Nancy's here, we got married in his house there that year, and George and Nancy were always so good to us.
Yep. Well, he liked the diner.
Yeah.
He did. He would tell Nancy, it's that Fat Boy's on television. Let's go watch him.
Yeah. The Fat Boy.
We got to get out of here. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going over there. At Larry's Country Diner, we got more music, and Nadine's on the way. You don't want to miss that. And welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. Don't forget, diners, we have the Choices Breakfast. Yes, you have a choice of a biscuit and ham, a biscuit and sausage, or a biscuit and a pork chop. It's called Choices. Here's Larry.
Ooh, what is that hole you got in your guitar? Is that a cup holder?
It is. It is. It's just, you'd put the beer in there or a Coke in there or whatever. It'd just be no, I'm kidding. No, it's a...
That's a big one, too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a different design, that's for sure. Yeah. Although I've seen people try to use it as a beer holder and it didn't work out too well.
Winds up in the bottom of the guitar.
Uh-oh.
Look out, guys.
Here she comes. It's Nadine.
I'm bringing my own drink in.
You're bringing your own water?
I'm bringing my own water. The girls just worked to death.
Just checking.
Oh, man.
I just sniffing to make sure.
How y'all doing?
Better now.
Michael and Billy?
Yeah.
Y'all got the vault open?
Yeah, you ready to come down?
I'm ready. I'm ready to come down to the vault.
Yeah,
Yep.
come.
We'll be down there not too long.
May.
May, whenever that is.
Just before June.
Just before June. Well, I've just piddled all morning. Sometimes it just takes me all day to do nothing. Starting out like it was.
Y'all don't know what she just said to me. She said, "It's starting out like it was." We had to throw away that other audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. So y'all listen up now.
Y'all straighten up.
Me and Homer was sitting there yesterday, and he told me to call his friend on his cell phone, and so I just put it on speakerphone because he can't hear. He can't hear with it up here. I don't know why. He can hear down here. So I dialed the number and listened, and this woman answered, and he said, "Who is this?" She said, "This is Sheila. Whom did you wish to speak to?" And he said, "Did you say whom?" She said, "Yes, I did." He said, "I'm sorry, I got the wrong number." I said, "I had my standards. They were low, but I had them." But, I was at Walmart. I took my granddaughter over to Walmart yesterday, and I realized that I am an aggressive driver. I did not realize that until I had her in a go-kart. And I got one of them at home, too. And she was in the grocery cart, and she goes, "Pick a lane, pick a lane." I said, "Well, shoot, she heard me say that."
Pick a lane, any lane. Just get in one and get out of mine.
But I love Walmart,
You
It's
do?
the only place you can go and get a manicure, ice cream, eye exam, tires for your car, groceries, and then see an episode of What You Should Not Wear. But my granddaughter got in trouble, and my son was going to take her technology away from her, he said. I told him, I said, "Don't take her stuff away like that. Just take her charger away.
Yeah.
And then let it just die slowly and watch her." I'm an evil woman.
Yes, you are.
Evil woman. But anyway, 1 hour with your grandkids, you just feel good.
Yep.
Longer an hour, it's just like, oh, God. Where are the tail lights? But I guess we need to let Billy and Michael sing.
Sure, order. We order.
I'm going to go on over and put church sign up. It says, "Always forgive your enemies. It annoys them so very much."
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Michael Peterson, you mentioned my brother.
Yeah.
My brother was a minister of music for 35 years at Biloxi, Mississippi at Cedar Lake Assemblies of God Church.
I knew him well.
Now, you used to dive into ice.
Yeah, I was part of a group of evangelists that were using feats of strength to draw crowds from high schools and communities. It's called the Power Team. They used to have their own show on another network. And I was one of the guys that did these feats of strength. Bend steel bars in your teeth, rip license plates in half, break stacks of concrete and ice with my head. That's why I had to go into country music, because I couldn't tie my shoes anymore. But I wear boots. Boot guy.
Tell me about this ice dive, and then I want you to sing us a song.
Well, what they would do is, we got a little bored doing it every night because we're on the road all the time. So we started to challenge ourselves. So I think the last time that I broke ice, what they do is they get 400-pound blocks of ice. They're about this tall and wide and thick. And you take a chainsaw and you cut them into quarters. And then you use cinder blocks, bricks, to stack them up. And I think the last stack of ice I broke was about 15 feet high. And there'd be two guys on the scaffolding with a rope around my waist. And the ice would be about my ankle level. And I would have to, literally throw my body head first there'd be a pad on top of the ice, of course. But, inevitably I'd be hanging upside down, flailing in the air. And it was quite a spectacle to see, actually. I think people, were stunned when they would see, 3,000, 4,000 pounds of ice just come cascading down. So.
All because
But it was
of
a great way to, it was a great way to get a crowd, and we got a chance to share our faith and our stories of overcoming trauma and adversity.
And
it was a really
then
neat
you
thing.
wrote this song.
Yeah, well, you know, after being in the ministry for almost 15 years, then I got into country music, and my first hit single was a song called "Drink, Swear, Steal, and Lie." So one of the phone calls I remember getting was from your brother. He said, "What? Did you lose your faith?" And I had to explain to him that it was a love song. It didn't have anything to do with drinking, swearing, stealing, or lying.
I love it.
But anyway, here it is.
I was 12 when Daddy said to me, "Don't take to drinking, boy, that road don't lead nowhere. And don't you ever let me hear you swear, don't you dare." He told me stealing is a lazy man's way. Something for nothing leaves you held to pay, so don't lie. And you can look the whole world in the eye, honey, I tried. Since I met you, girl, I'm breaking every rule. I must confess I'm just a backsliding fool. I want to drink from your loving cup, swear I'll never give you up, steal all your kisses underneath the moon. I wanna lie here close to you. Look at what you made me do, darling, you're the reason why. Drink, swear, steal, and lie. Last night I threw away my 12-step book. I finally faced the fact that I am hooked on you. There's nothing more that I can do, ain't no use. 'Cause every time I see your angel face, my halo disappears without a trace, I swear. Girl, I admit I haven't got a prayer, I don't care. I know this ain't exactly how I was raised. Oh, but heaven help me, honey, I ain't changing my ways. I want to drink from your loving cup, I swear I'll never give you up, steal all your kisses underneath the moon. I wanna lie here close to you. Look at what you made me do, darling, you're the reason why. Drink, swear, steal, and lie. I wanna drink from your loving cup, swear I'll never give you up, steal all your kisses underneath the moon. I wanna lie here close to you. Look at what you made me do, darling, you're the reason why. Drink, swear, steal, and lie. Drink, swear, steal, and lie.
Yeah! There used to be a game out called Lie, Cheat, Steal.
Okay. Never saw that.
I was always very good at that.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I could win it every time. Get us out of here for a minute.
Kind of tells you all you need to know, fella. Larry's Country Diner, we've got more on the way. Stay with us.
Yeah. Thank you, Luann.
Welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. Other special today, diners, if you want to get in on this, it's Michael Peterson's Drink, Swear, Steal, and Lie T-bone steak. It's so good you'll want to do all four together. Here's Larry.
I love that.
I like that. When we're taping this show, it's Valentine's Day.
Yes.
All right? These are things that kids say about love. I think you're supposed to get shot with an arrow or something. But the rest of it isn't supposed to be so painful.
Oh.
On falling in love is like an avalanche where you have to run for your life. If falling in love is anything like learning how to spell, I don't want to do it. It takes too long. And this one, don't do things like have smelly green sneakers. You might get attention, but attention ain't the same thing as love.
There you go. Amen.
The wisdom of the kids.
Amen.
Michael Peterson.
Yes, sir.
You just sang. Is it back to Billy?
Oh,
Are you doing a duet?
Your show.
Y'all have a duet that you do?
we do. We have
actually
a duet that we do in the Raiding the Country Vault show in Branson.
All right.
And
Now, that's at the Starlight Theater. It was at another theater last year.
yeah.
We were at the Mansion Theater last year, and now we're
Starlight.
We're at Starlight.
Boy, Starlight's a nice theater.
It is. It's beautiful, and you
Stay out of my dressing room.
my dressing room.
It probably is.
Well, we're thrilled to be able to share that theater with y'all next year.
Oh, well,
and,
thank you very
Thank
much.
you for having
That's
us on the
exciting.
show.
Very
Yeah, because then we get to mention it on television.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You get to hang out more.
That's right.
Could somebody say Starlight again?
Well, if I say Boot Daddy again, do I get some more free stuff? I'm not Boot Daddy.
Rating the.
I think it's looking good.
And Raiding the Country Vault. Somebody, you almost said it.
Yeah, good. All right. Well, here's a.
The duet. We'll do it. Yeah.
Cowboys ain't easy to love, and they're harder to hold. They'd rather give you a song than diamonds or gold. Lone Star belt buckles and old faded Levi's, and each night begins a new day. If you don't understand him and he don't die young, he'll probably just ride away. You're not talking about me, are you? No. Okay. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Yeah. Don't let them pick guitars and drive them old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. Come on, Billy. Cowboys like smoky old pool rooms and clear mountain mornings. Little warm puppies and children and girls of the night. Them that don't know him don't like him, and them that do sometimes don't know how to take him. He ain't wrong, he's just different, but his pride won't let him do things to make you think he's right. Come on, sing us. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Yeah. Don't let them pick guitars and drive them old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. How about a hand for the great Jimmy Capps? Come on. They'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Wailing and willing.
Yeah.
Michael Peterson, Billy Yates, they're at the Starlight Theater.
Have we mentioned that yet?
That's
I
Starlight.
don't think so.
Raiding the Country Vault. Yeah.
Yeah, Raiding the Country. That's one I have problems with. I keep calling it the Country Vault. It's Raiding the Country
Raiding
Vault.
the Country Vault is the technical
Now,
name. It's the name.
Is this
But-
the first place that the Raiding the Country Vault has, or did it start in Vegas?
Well, Raiding the Rock Vault, which is our sister show, started in Vegas. That's the #1 show in Las Vegas. It's at the Hard Rock Hotel.
Oh, wow.
And the #4 show overall in Vegas, the #1 concert experience for the last 3 years in a row. And we're the sister show. We were born after them, and we launched in Branson last year.
Okay, and last year was a good year?
It was a great year. In fact, Raiding the Rock Vault is actually going to be doing a 2-week residency in July in Branson. So you'll be able to come and see Raiding the Rock Vault and Country Vault on the same day. So
Wow.
it'll be fun.
Sounds
Be a good week to come.
And that's in July?
Yeah, it'll be in July. 2 weeks.
We should sing the rock songs and they should sing the country songs.
I think that's a good idea. I'd like to hear you sing Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That'd be
no,
awful.
he said. Oh, no.
That'd be awful.
Let's get us out of here for a minute. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Do we have a sister show? Yeah, Lou Ann's Country Diner. We'll be back with Larry's in just a moment. After this. Oh, welcome back to Larry's Country Diner. We're on dessert now. Are you enjoying it? Is it good? Is it sweet? Sweeter the better. Here's Larry.
All right, first person that raises their hand. Here you go, right here. It's a $100 Boot Daddy gift certificate.
Yeah.
If I'd have known.
That's what you do when you can't come up with a question. Now, to the, I just want to say Country Vault, and that's not right. Rating the Country Vault.
Rating the Country Vault at the Starlight Theater. We, something that is important to note. You were talking about the, a lot of shows will come into to Branson, and you struggle to what was that?
It's Jackie Wilson, which is my ringtone on my phone that my wife has back there.
I don't know how I heard
He goes, "Hey, you!"
I'm like, what?
It's fun to lay at a counter someplace and let it go. Hey, you.
It's a real kick at a funeral.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you!
Now, Randy mentioned this earlier too. We were off the air, but we were there were 158 shows in Branson. There's a lot of stuff.
Year.
And so
Really
last year, and so on TripAdvisor, if you follow TripAdvisor, we went from 158 to number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
In 5 months, they said it is unprecedented. Never happened in TripAdvisor history before for a show in Branson to go basically from a brand new show to the top 3. We ended up being the top 3 show in Branson and the number 1 concert experience in Branson.
Wow.
So we feel very fortunate, We went over there, in fact, I have to be honest, like the first time I was at, Michael asked me about it, I was like, no, I don't want to go to Branson and do that because I was doing other things and working in Europe a lot. But it's been the biggest blessing and just the most fun to sing real country music in front of people who love it,
they love it.
And they do. Yeah.
They really do. They sure do. It's a great place
So
to
many
do.
people come to our show, watch your show.
Exactly.
Yeah. We have a good following there. We love Branson. Give us another song. We got to get out of here.
Don't you want we talking about choices?
Do choices.
All right, we'll do this one. This long song I wrote in '94 and was recorded in around 2000.
And one of only 2 Grammys that George Jones ever won.
That's right.
Really?
Yes. Well, one was for He Stopped Loving Her Today, and the other one was for this. So congratulations to Billy Yates.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
1, 2.
I've had choices since the day I was born. There were voices that told me right from wrong. If I had listened, no, I wouldn't be here today, living and dying with the choices I've made. I was tempted by an early age. I found I liked drinking. I never turned it down. There were loved ones, but I turned them all away. Now I'm living and dying with the choices I've made. I've had choices since the day I was born. There were voices that told me right from wrong. If I had listened, no, I wouldn't be here today, living and dying with the choices I've made. guess I'm paying for the things that I have done. If I could go back, oh Lord knows I'd run, but I'm losing this game of life I play. Now I'm living and dying with the choices I've made. I've had choices since the day I was born. There were voices told me right from wrong. If I had listened, no, I wouldn't be here today, living and dying with the choices I've made. Living and dying with the choices I've made.
Oh, yeah.
That's country.
Country music.
Billy Yates, Michael Peterson. Do each of you have websites?
We do.
We do. My website is michaelpetersononline.com.
Okay.
And BillyYates.com.
And they can buy product from there.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys for coming to the diner.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much.
Y'all go see him at the Starlight. Get us out of here.
As George would say, yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us. You have choices, and we're glad you made it to be with us during this hour. Larry's Country Diner, where the cameras are always rolling, and we don't care.
Hey, if you like that one, you're going to love this one. Or this one.